Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the district. I'm School Board Member Mark McGlashan. Spring is in the air, and we're headed into the final stretch of the school year, and with that comes Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week. May 1st through 5th is the dates for that. And joining me to tell us more about that is Superintendent Eric Liskey. It's nice to have you back here, Superintendent Liskey. Why is Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week so important for us in the school board to recognize each year?
Well, Mr. McGlashan, the staff at Davison Schools does a great job. I think that's one of the reasons we're such a special school district. We have very hardworking and dedicated employees that put kids first each and every day. And because I know the school board very well, I know that the board appreciates our staff members all the time. However, this is one week of the year that we can kind of designate as that special week to recognize and to appreciate our staff for all the good work that they do, going above and beyond to meet the needs of a variety of type of students and really the families that we serve.
Well, and as a school board member, I see that the staff steps up and they go beyond. They don't work just their regular days or their whatever. It's not necessarily a job to them. They take each student personally and want to help them through whatever is going on in their lives, as well as educating them. So it's a pretty amazing commitment that every member of our staff makes, and I'm very proud as a school board member, I have to say. So to take this to the next step, how can students, parents, and community members help celebrate this special week in our school district?
Certainly. Well, I ran into a student the other day that said, teachers are like superheroes. I think if they heard that from kids or from staff, or excuse me, from parents, I think that goes a long ways. A simple thank you, a card that says we appreciate you, a cup of coffee. Just taking time to acknowledge that the work that they're doing, the job of being an educator is not getting easier. It's getting more and more demanding. And when I say educator, I mean all the folks that work at a school system.
Yes.
They're all educators, and we're working to make sure that kids' needs are being met. So those jobs are not getting easier. They get more and more demanding. And with all of those demands, you can kind of lose sight of, are you really being appreciated? So I think an opportunity just to say hello and thank you to our staff it goes a long ways.
It's pretty amazing stuff that happens in our district on a daily basis. And going along with that idea, Davison is now accepting nominations for Teacher of the Year and Support Person of the Year. Can you tell us more about this?
Absolutely. So we, a few years back, we started through the Davison Educational Foundation the Teacher and Support Employees of the Year. And that's an exciting time. Right now, folks can fill out application or nominations, excuse me, to select who they believe meets kind of the criteria for going above and beyond to meet the needs of kids. So we look at teachers that are kindergarten through 4th grade in one category, 5th through 8th grade in another category, and then 9th through 12th grade in a separate category. That is for the Teacher of the Year at the different levels. And then we also have the district's support person. That could be a bus driver, a secretary, a custodian, a cook, paraprofessional, pretty much anybody other than the teacher rank folks that would be nominated for that special award.
So how many of the teachers and support persons are selected in the end?
So there's one teacher from each of those categories that I mentioned, and then one district-wide support person. And parents, students, colleagues, community members, they can all go to our website, and they can actually go to in the news feed right in the middle of the website at davisonschools.org. They can click on how to nominate. Okay. There's a link right there, and go ahead and fill that out. And directions are all there where that nomination needs to go. And certainly, it's great. It's great to be recognized. So winning awards is a wonderful thing. Being nominated for awards is also very wonderful. So all of those employees, they'll receive their nominations. So if you want an opportunity to express how wonderful you think your bus driver is, or your child's teacher is, or the parapro that helps out with reading intervention, if you want to take a minute to fill out that nomination, it'll go a long ways with those folks.
And when are those winners announced?
So we do an end of the year district luncheon, which is always a fun event. And at that special luncheon, we announce the winners of the
nice.
teacher and support person of the year.
Okay, do the nominees and the winners all receive something from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the winners are awarded the certain category that they were selected for, and all of the nominees receive the letter of nomination as well, and are recognized at the luncheon. The neat thing is those folks that are fortunate enough to be selected by the committee for the award, they receive some pretty neat things. So they get a plaque, they get $500 to use in their classroom or school,
Nice.
and they also get a special parking spot at
Oh,
their
great.
building. So that doesn't sound like a big deal until it's 20 below, and they get to park right by the door of their school building. So that's kind of neat.
That's a real nice way to honor somebody. So people can do this online, or can they send a letter in, or how else can they nominate people?
They can go right online to our website, and they can complete the application. If they don't have access to a computer, they can certainly stop by our office, and we'll
Okay.
print a application for them, and they can fill that out as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
And anybody can do that. I know that we even have volunteers, senior citizen volunteers that are working in our buildings. They may not have a grandchild in the district, but they see the good work going on and may want to recognize a playground monitor or a cook as a support person. They're welcome to fill that out as well.
And thanks again, Mr. Liskey, and we'll see you again here next month. Still ahead, comedy and music combined to create quite a performance at Davison High School. We'll take you inside the musical Spam-A-Lot when we return.
We
are DTV News. We strive to bring you the stories that you want to hear.
to tell you what's happening in your community,
your state, your country.
to give you all the details and not hold anything back.
And cover every topic
We possibly can. So we want you to count on us.
For any situation. And we won't let you down.
DTV News. Here to inform.
Welcome back to the district. It was a packed house for the 52nd annual musical at Davison High School. This year, the music department put on the musical Spam-A-Lot. Dance numbers, music ballads, and lots of laughs filled the auditorium. DTV spoke to lead actor Evan Bonacy.
Practices were really something else. Practices went from usually 3 o'clock in the afternoon to about 7, and then a couple weeks before show they'd go as late as 9:30, 10 o'clock. So you would wake up at 5 a.m., not go to bed until 11:30 at night because you have to study lines so you can better yourself the next practice.
Another job well done by Mrs. Orkich and Mr. Schuster and the entire cast and crew. After qualifying in regional, Davison Robotics Team 3534 House of Cards went on to compete at the state competition. Over spring break, the team competed at Saginaw Valley State University. Unfortunately, they were not able to advance to the World Championships this year, but they are already gearing up and getting ready to try and make it to the World Championships again next year in Detroit. Great work, team. DTV students cleaned up at the MIPA Awards this year in Lansing. The Michigan Interscholastic Press Association awarded DTV their highest award, the Spartan Award, for Best Newscast in the state this year. This is the 10th time in 11 years that DTV has been awarded the Spartan Award. DTV also won 6 first place awards, including Best Documentary, Undrinkable, The Crisis Continues, Flint Water Cover-Up for News Story, and Best Health Story, where DTV students put on a spotlight on domestic violence. Overall, DTV won 24 total awards, and way to go, DTV staff. Still ahead on the district, an end of an era. The Detroit Red Wings said goodbye to Joe Louis Arena, and DTV was there. The moments before the tearful goodbye after the break.
There is a problem in America. and we the people have voiced our opinions for a long time.
Particularly, there's a gun violence in a lot of urban communities.
Gun violence is a public health issue.
No, I don't think there's a gun problem in America.
But no matter what side you're on, the numbers don't lie. And the American people are in the line of fire.
Welcome back to the District on DTV. On Thursday, April 13th, the boys and girls track teams met at Davison High School to take on 22 other teams from around the state. It was one of the first big sporting events of the spring season. In the 3200 relay, the boys team had the 7th fastest time in the state. Congratulations to Greg Smith, Jacob Ferguson, Ethan Onweller, and David Pinter. Saying goodbye to the Joe. It was an emotional goodbye in Detroit on Sunday, April 9th, as hockey fans watched the Red Wings play for one last time at Joe Louis Arena. DTV's Caitlin Abdallah was there before they officially closed the doors on an era.
Henrik Zetterberg, Pavel Dasuk, Darren McCarty, Steve Yzerman, and Nick Lindstrom. 38 years, a 25-season playoff streak. 7 things to go down in Detroit history. Beating the standards and keeping up with the work ethic is what it takes to turn this broken streak around.
Do we want this to be a one-time thing, or do we want this to affect us for the next 10 years? If we lose our culture, if we lose our work habit, if we lose our work ethic, if we lose our attention to detail on a daily basis, if we lose our selflessness in this time, that's real tough. We won't lose for 1 year, we'll lose for 10. We're extraordinarily disappointed to be in the position we're in right now. For multiple reasons. When you work or play for the Red Wings, there's quite a standard to uphold. That's why we're here. We want to be here because of that standard, because of the passion around this organization, but you have to uphold it. And we're disappointed where we're at.
A new uprising bringing Detroit closer to home could be a reason for downfall or a switch back to the old days with everything the players and coaches need to rise above.
It'll be interesting. You know, it's different. This has been a great building. It's got great atmosphere. It's got unbelievable memories in this building. We are extremely excited about what the new building's going to bring. It's going to bring a whole nother level of energy. The amenities are going to be much better, both from a player and coach perspective and from a fan perspective. So I think that's the biggest thing.
But self-motivation and a little shove from Coach Blasio is exactly what they need to succeed.
I'm a big believer, one, that self-motivation is a big key to success. There's no question about it. So if I have to spend every waking moment motivating our players, we're not winning. We have no chance. Now, that's not the case. These guys are here because they are motivated, for sure. My job is to make sure I'm their mirror. I got to make sure they know when they're on the path to greatness and when they're not on the path to greatness. And I try to illustrate those two things all the time.
Caitlin Abdallah, DTV Sports.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of The District. We'll see you again next time.